Well, hey, it's been so exciting developing our launch team at Connect Us Church. And in May, we begin deploying our launch team to do ministry in the community. And I want to tell you and just take a minute using this fancy whiteboard how we're going to make this transition and how what we're doing right now compares to what we will do in May. And so, like I was saying, right now, starting in January 12th, we had our first Vision Night. And we've been meeting January, February, March 1st we met, and we have our final Vision Night meeting April 5th. But come May, well, we're developing our launch team here. We are now deploying our launch team out to do ministry, to reach people, to pray, care, and share with our people that are with us and people that we are yet to meet. And so we've been having these vision nights to cast this vision of what it looks like to connect people to God's next step for their life. And we've been walking through the 4 steps that we have identified. This first step idea of getting to know you and getting you, where are you at in your faith and helping you find faith in Jesus Christ. The idea of helping you grow in your faith and getting you connected into groups. The idea of helping you discover and develop your gifts and getting plugged into service opportunities. And then next month at our April 5th Vision Night, we'll talk about leadership, developing our leadership abilities, our influence with other people, and the idea of replacing yourself, like bringing other people through the same process that you have gone through in your life. And so that's what we've done at Vision Night. And then in May, here's what the transition will be. Vision Night will turn into what we'll be calling right now is a large gathering. And these large gatherings will probably happen on the first Sunday of the month, but unlike Vision Nights, which happen at night, we're hoping that these large gatherings will happen Sunday morning at a space that to be determined. So be praying that we find a space to gather in May for the first Sunday of the month for our large gathering. And these will look a lot more like a church service. We want to practice our church service so that come August and September, we'll know what we're doing. And so we'll be practicing what a church service will be. Hopefully there'll be music and all those other elements to a church service. We'll call that our large gathering. Now, as you know, after Vision Night, you've been invited to attend a vision group. Now, a vision group has met every week during the month so far. So if Vision Night was on the first of the month, a vision group would be on the next Sunday, the next Sunday, and the next Sunday. This month, we've had 2 vision groups, and next month we'll most likely have 2 vision groups again. And these vision groups have been smaller gatherings of what this Vision Night has introduced. And so if the Vision Night last month introduced serving and developing and discovering our gifts, this month in our vision groups, we will do that in a smaller group. We will dive into what exactly that means. We'll have discussion and conversation about how we can get involved and discover and use our gifts. So these vision groups, come May, they're going to basically disappear. And they're going to turn into a First Steps group that will meet on an as-needed basis in the months of May through August for those that are new to engaging our church and we want to get to know them. And so these vision groups will turn into this First Steps group. The Vision Night will turn into a large gathering. And then the big introduction in May is our small groups ministry. Now, these small groups are completely different than what we've been doing. They're completely new. They're being born in May. And so we're really excited about this because these groups, they will meet weekly, and that is where church really will happen. Life will happen together. And so these groups will do different things. So, for example, on the first week of the month, these groups will maybe meet in a home for Bible study. They'll meet in someone's home. We'll have a group probably in the Akron area, and a group in the Hempfield area for you to get involved in. And so the first week, we'll have a Bible study in someone's home. The second week, we will most likely do some sort of serving project or hangout. And that's just a way to engage with one another, be on mission together, and build relationships with each other. In the third week, we'll maybe do another Bible study at someone's house. And in the fourth week, we'll do something creative with the groups and maybe meet just the men and just the women and break it down even into a smaller group than just couples or whoever getting together at that time. And so our groups will have this kind of rhythm where every week there is something going on, a way to engage with one another, and it won't always be Bible study in someone's house, but that's certainly an important part of groups ministry. But we want to serve together, plan different events together, and have men's and women's things. And so we want to be in these groups. Remember the three things we want to do. We want to pray for one another and pray for those that aren't in a group. We want to care for one another and care for those who aren't in a group or in church. And then we want to share Jesus with one another and with those that aren't in a group, aren't in church, our friends, our neighbors, our co-workers, people that we meet on the street, whoever that may be. Those are the things that we want to do. And so, if a large gathering is happening on the first Sunday of the month, this First Steps group is happening as needed, and our small groups are happening weekly. There's a lot going on, but that leaves 3 other Sunday mornings, hopefully, available. And so what will we do on those Sunday mornings? So Sunday mornings, let's go up here. Sunday mornings. Hopefully we'll be able to have a space where we could do a large gathering, a launch team practice service, you may call it. The second Sunday, those that served, we can get together and do an evaluation time of this large gathering. We'll get together, we'll pray, we'll maybe do some worship, maybe share a short devotional, but we'll be thinking about how we can best move forward in our service and tweak things and do it better. The third Sunday, we're going to do a site visit. And so this is when we'll intentionally visit another church together, and we'll learn from them. And so we'll experience how they do the greeting team, how they do the hospitality with the food and the coffee, how what their next steps are, how do they run the service, how do they engage with new people, how do they form their messages and their worship style, and we'll just learn these things together, and we'll have a time where we can debrief and talk about those things. And then on the fourth Sunday of the month, we'll most likely meet in someone's home, and we'll have a time of worship and prayer as we get ready for the next large gathering next month. And so this general routine will continue May through August and into September as preview services start. And so that's a general overview of what you are invited to be a part of starting in May as we start to deploy the launch team. So thank you so much for engaging with us as we are in this pre-launch phase. It's really, really exciting, and I just encourage you to dive in and to really get involved in what's all going on, and invite your friends and family and neighbors who need to be connected to a church. And so I just invite you to do that. And if you have any questions, please send me a message, send me an email, a text, write them in the comments below this video, and I would love to answer them for you, because it is all brand new and there's a lot going on and there's a lot that you're invited to. And so I hope you're excited, and we're looking forward to what God will do as we connect people to God's next step for their life.